Hey everyone, welcome to another runner strength workout. Today's workout is going to be all body weight. We're just going to use a resistance band and it is going to be focusing on your core and your glutes. Hey, for those who are new, my name is Alina Kennedy. I'm an Australian trained physiotherapist, runner and personal trainer based in New York City. Thanks for joining me on this workout today. Like I said, today's workout is going to be mostly body weight. We're just going to use a resistance band. So grab your resistance band, find a place on the floor where you're going to work out, and let's get started. Let's start off with a cat-cow stretch. You won't need your band for this first part of the workout. So you're going to go onto hands and knees. Hands are right underneath your shoulders, knees are right underneath your hips, your knees are hip distance apart. And we're just going to start going into this gentle stretch. So arching your lower back, or I should say dipping your lower back, and then arching all the way up, curling your tailbone in under you, bringing your head in towards your chest, and then slowly going the other way. This is a really good stretch for your lower back, for your pelvis, just to get everything moving, especially if you're somebody who sits at a desk a lot of the day, or if you're doing this in the morning. It's also a really good stretch to work through some of that joint stiffness that a lot of us feel getting up first thing in the morning. And you can move around a little bit just to loosen up some of those other joints through your back and your shoulders. Make sure that you're still breathing comfortably. Don't hold your breath through this exercise or any of the exercises that we do today. Should be nice and relaxing. Take this time today to really connect with your body, feel all of those muscles engaging. Try not to rush any of the exercises we do either. Form and control is really key, particularly with some of these stability exercises. If you're finding that they're challenging for you, you'll want to rush through them and speed them up. And I want you to really be conscious of slowing down and being really intentional with each of your movements, having as much control as you can. We'll do one more of these stretches in each direction. Perfect, so that's your warm-up stretch. Today's workout is split into two circuits. The first circuit is going to be really focused on your abdominals, and the second circuit is going to be focused on your glutes. All you have to do is follow along with me. Each of the exercises we're going to time, so they're going to be either 30 seconds or 60 seconds, but I will let you know when to start and when to finish. So we're going to start off with a bear hold. You're going to have your hands underneath your shoulders again, knees underneath your hips, so just like you were in the warm-up. And then from here, you're going to lift your knees up into that position. And ready, set, go. We're holding this for 30 seconds. Keep your core on, stay nice and strong. Your back should stay really flat. You're staying absolutely still here. Make sure that your tailbone is tucked under you so that your core is engaged. If your lower back starts arching, you'll feel this exercise in your lower back. I don't want you to feel that. I want it all to be through your abdominals and your shoulders. That's 30. Now, you can either keep holding that, or we're going to add leg extensions. One leg goes out, comes back in. The other leg goes out, comes back in. The only thing that's moving is your hip and your knee. As you extend, your torso stays absolutely still. And rest. For exercise 2, we're moving into an alternate plank. So you're going to start in a tall plank position. We're going to rotate to one side, come back to your tall plank, rotate to the other side. We're doing this for 1 minute, 60 seconds. Let's go. Tall plank. Rotate around, make sure your hips are lifted up high. Slowly going over to the other side. This is a good one where you don't want to be rushing it. Go nice and slow. Keep your hips tall as you switch side to side. Halfway. And rest. For the next exercise, we're going into a dead bug on your back. So have a lie on your back here. I want you to flatten your lower back into the floor to engage your abs. We're going to lift one leg, then lift the other leg. Your lower back stays pressed to the floor. Hands are going to go straight up. You're going to extend one leg and the opposite arm, and then swap to the other side. You're only moving your arms and legs as far as you can without your lower back lifting up. Ready and go. We're doing this for 60 seconds, nice and slow, very controlled movement. Keep focusing on your lower back. Make sure that that stays really flat on the floor. Almost there. Last 30 seconds, stay in that dead bug position, but you're going to extend your arms and legs out as far as we can, and we're holding that for 30. The focus is still keeping your lower back flat. If you can't extend your legs out very far, that is totally fine. I don't really care as long as your lower back stays flat on the floor. You should feel this through your abdominals, not through your back. And 3, 2, 1, rest. All right, guys, let's repeat that circuit again, really focusing on your abdominals, starting with the bear holds for 30 seconds. Going into the bear hold extensions for 30 seconds. Remember to keep your back really flat, your pelvis tucked under, feeling this through your abdominals, not through your lower back. And then going into your leg extension. One leg goes out, comes back in. Other leg goes out, comes back in. Nice and slow, controlled movement. And rest. From there, we're going straight into your alternate T planks. So up into your tall plank. Feel really strong in here. And then we're rotating slowly to one side. And then over to the other side. We're doing this for 60 seconds. Stay controlled, make sure your core is on. And done. Onto your back. We're going into dead bug extension, so lying onto your back, flatten your lower back, one leg, then the other, arms go straight up, and we're going to go opposite arm and leg for 60 seconds. Remember, nice controlled movement here. And then stop in that tall tabletop position. You're going to extend arms and legs as far as you can, holding that for 30. Keep focusing on pressing your lower back down as hard as possible. Halfway. Almost there with these abs, then we're moving on to your glutes. And done. Okay, for circuit 2, you're going to need your resistance band. This is where we're going to work on your glutes. So for the first exercise, you're going to grab your resistance band, bring it through your feet, and then place it just above your knees. Have a lie on your side. We're going to go into side leg raises here. So hips are stacked one on top of the other. Make sure you're not rolling back. So one hip on top of the other. We're going to lift that top leg up only as far as you can through your hip. Make sure the rest of your body isn't moving to get that leg up. And then we're going to bring it down just to the point where you start losing tension on your band, and then bring it back up again. So we're going for 30 seconds on each side here. Nice, slow, controlled movement. This isn't about how many reps you can do. It's really about how smooth and controlled you can keep the movement. So going nice and slow. No need to rush it. Try to avoid any jerky, jumpy movements here. You want to keep the same pace and complete control the whole time. That's 30. We're swapping to the other side. Same position, lifting your top leg up, and then about halfway down, going for 30. Most people find they have one side that is a bit stronger than the other. That's totally normal. If you find you're struggling with one side, don't be surprised. Make sure you just keep that movement nice and smooth, even if it's a little bit harder. Perfect, that's the first exercise. For exercise 2, we're going into a clam. For this one, you're going to start in a side plank position. Your knees are bent, the band is still around just above your knees, and then we're lifting your top knee up, ankles stay together, going into this clam opener. If you're struggling to stay in this position, you can also do this exercise side lying and really just focus on your hips. So we're going for 30 seconds on each side, and when you're ready, lifting up and controlling down. Just like with the last exercise, I don't want you to rush it. I want you to make sure that you're controlling the movement and keeping it as smooth as possible. It's also not a very big movement. A lot of people try to really exaggerate and get as much range of movement as possible. It's really just about creating a bit of tension in the band and controlling that through your hip. Make sure you're not rotating your pelvis around as you do that. And then swapping to the other side. Knees bent, coming up and lifting your top knee from your bottom knee. 30 seconds on this side. For the next exercise, you're going to grab your band and put it around your feet now. So it's just going to go center of your feet. And you're going to go into all fours, hands underneath your shoulders, feet out, knees underneath your hips. From here, you're going to extend one leg back, your toes are touching the floor, and the exercise is going to be a tap to the side and then back. The rest of your body stays really still. We're going to do 30 seconds on each side. Alternate to the other side, extend that leg out, and then tap out and back in. And done. For the last exercise in this circuit, you're going to grab your band and place it around your knees again. So same position that you did the first two exercises in, and you're going to have a lie on your back. We're going into bridge marches here. So that tension is on the band by pulling your knees apart slightly. Your back is flat to start with. Hands are going to go straight up. You're going to lift up into a bridge, keeping tension on your band, and then one knee is coming up and then coming back down, swapping to the other leg. Let's go for 60 seconds here. Keep your hips really tall. Make sure that your butt doesn't start sagging down to the ground. Keep your hips elevated, and also make sure that you're not dropping or twisting your pelvis as you're marching. So hips stay pointing straight to the ceiling as high as possible. And done. All right, nice work, guys. Let's do that round of exercises again, starting with your side leg raises. Going onto one side, we're going to do 30 seconds here, lifting that top leg up, controlling it back down. You should be starting to feel those glutes working. Make sure your lower back isn't sore doing any of these exercises. It should all be really focusing on your glutes and from the last lot of exercises through your abdominals. Nice, smooth, controlled movements here. And over to the other side. "30 seconds on this side as well. Okay, back to your first side. We're going into your clams. So option to be on a side plank position here or straight down on the ground. We're doing 30 seconds. Small movement, really isolating to just hinging that hip. If you're in a side plank, make sure that hip is really tall as well. That's 30, swap to the other side. And go. Really good burner for those glutes. You should be really feeling it now. And done. Move that band to the middle of your feet now. Band goes around your feet. You're going into an all fours position, wrists underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips, and we're doing 1 minute, 60 seconds of leg extending out and tap. So 30 seconds each side here. And swap to the other side. Leg extends out and tap. Done with those, let's go into the last exercise of today, which is going to be your bridge marches. Grab that resistance band, place it just above your knees, have a lie on your back. Flatten your lower back, hands are going straight up, hips go up, squeeze your glutes, and we're going into 60 seconds of marches. Nice, slow, controlled movement. Keep your hips high, keep controlling that movement. and done. That's it for another workout. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. And remember to like and subscribe to get more content. See you next time.